So here I'm going to walk through some variations in posterior pelvic tilts to get your core stronger. So what you want to do is practice the posterior anterior pelvic tilts. So the position I'm in right now, that's posterior, that's anterior. Posterior, anterior. I'm only moving around my pelvic canister, not in my thoracic spine. So you can practice this in a full plank position. That's an anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt. The posterior because the posterior tilts or the anterior tilts, front or back. So now this is a plank pike. Lower back and hip flexors are working. So as I drop down and push up, I can feel that in my lower back muscles. I can also feel it in my hip flexors. I'm in more of an anterior pelvic tilt. Up and down to feel that activation within the hip flexors, within the back. Now, an advancement of the posterior pelvic tilt. Kick up with a slow release as I roll up and extend my legs out and slowly release. I'm using my upper body and my core to stabilize that lower half, dropping all the way down with a slow release. The posterior tilt, hold with a leg scissor. So that's the posterior pelvic tilt. I can hit a leg scissor here. So you can create different exercises when you master those pelvic tilts. Now, this is just a basic leg lift with a deficit. So I'm dropping below the bench. I can feel my lower abs and my hip flexors. I can allow my lower back to arch a little bit off the bench, but I'm still maintaining a level of awareness and a level of bracing that's not going to cause any injury or pain. Side planks. So this is a side plank with a hip flex and a leg lift. So I'm going to just flex my hip up. I can feel my core working. I'm stabilizing right before I move. A more progressive version is just to lift my legs straight up, and that one's challenging. But brace yourself before you attempt to lift. Before you attempt to lift, brace yourself. Make sure your elbow is stacked directly underneath your shoulder, and this is the regression. So practice these, work through these movements to get your core stronger.